Alright, so we recently had to bend some brake line in one of our videos, and thought I'd do a separate video just on bending brake lines, stuff like that, just to show you some ways to figure it out, and well, some of the tools you need. So if you're trying to figure out how much brake line you need, it's just like bending big tube. Let me show you how. So this is the type of bender we're going to use today, and it works really well. We're just going to take a piece of 5/16 brake line. Now I use this for power steering line as well, but for big brake lines, they don't bend easy, they kink real easy. And to figure out how much brake line you're going to need, if you're trying to figure out how long, it's just like bending big stuff. So we're going to come an inch up, and we're going to put a mark every 1/4 inch. And we're going to do about 1.5 inches. We'll set the first mark on 0. And the one thing nice about this bender is when it goes in, it holds it right in place. Now it's not like a coil bender or something like that. So what you can do here is you can bend it 90 or whatever you want, and then real easily you look at so it took 1/4, 1/2, 3/4, an inch, so roughly an inch of length to bend a 90. So as you're trying to figure out how much do I need, it works out real easy. So let's just say that down here I have to do a 180. We can do the same thing. Let's get over to the 1/4 side. So we do the same thing. So there's a 1/4, 1/2, 3/4 inch, 1/4, 1/2 inch, so on and so forth. Let's go all the way out. Now for some reason, if I have to bend this 180, set it on there. You can always clock this wherever you want. And if this now has to bend back on itself for any reason, you can bend this around to the 180 mark. It's nice because you just track the zeros on the degree wheel there, and it opens up. Then you it just tracks right along with where you're at. Now these bigger lines, if you don't keep the constant pressure on it, they will kind of go off a little bit. But you can just count, there's 1/4, 1/2, 3/4, 1, 1 1/4, 1 1/2, 1 3/4, so 2 inches of material for the complete 180. And that's the one thing I like about this bender, is it makes it really nice if you have to bend depending on, say, well, let's bend this straight up. So if I have to go 90 from there, depending on what you have to do, that bender makes it really nice to bend all your custom brake lines. It could be a custom fuel line, power steering lines. But just make your lines every 1/4 inch, and it tells you how much you have to do. And then if you need to flare, you just flare the ends. But bending brake line can be real easy. Alright, so that's why I really like this style bender, because it actually holds it nice and tight. And with the degree wheel on it, you can get exactly what you want as far as angle. It allows you to make, some pretty nice bends on your tubing. And what I liked about it is that it doesn't kink it, more importantly. So once it's in there, you just watch your degree wheel, and you can bend that thing straight around if you need. Now obviously the more bends you put in it, the harder it makes to get off. This one I've got too many bends in it, it's going to fight me a little bit. have to flex it just a little bit. But you can just bend it right around. And I said it's a bigger tube, so it's wanting to kink a little bit in these outer corners, which is just kind of part of the big lines. But that tube, if you got to bend brake lines, don't be scared of it. A simple little bender. Now, if you're doing real thin, like 1/8 inch lines, you can get the spring type benders without a problem. You know, if you're doing the bigger lines like this one, do 1/4, 5/16, and 3/8 line. That's a 3/8 line's a hoss to bend. Go down in the descriptions, check out this bender. If you got to bend up some brake lines, don't be afraid of it. Power steering, brake lines, or whatever. It's all part of the repair. And I'll see you here for places to use something just like this. Thanks for watching.